Family. Happy Friday. Of course, the previous video, of course, it was started and YouTube didn't give me any sound. So, like, at this point in time, like, I feel like I should complain to YouTube. Not that it's going to do anything, but I feel like I should complain to YouTube. Now, when I did complain to YouTube about a video not having a sound, I got someone that's not in the United States, so I mean, what do they actually know? And they literally told me, "Oh, while the video is processing, sometimes there's no sound." I said, "Ma'am, that's not true." I straight up told her, "Ma'am, that's not true." Oh, these damn people. So the fact that we have all these American companies and oh, they got a part three. Wow. Today's show has a part three. Let me click on that. Okay, so we're going to listen to that one too. Extended cut part three. All right, we're going to listen to that one too. Okay, so we're gonna review these. I don't know if we're going to review these for Friday Night Frights or or if we're going to review these this morning. So let me see. I'm just double checking. So we have sound this time. So I started the first video and the video did not have any sound. All right, so I'm gonna put the mic in. I don't understand with YouTube. I don't understand with any of these American companies. Okay. But what I'm thinking is, let me just double check, make sure there's sound. Let me just double check. 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 Okay. Let me see. This should be it. Can you all hear me? This should be it. Yes. Okay. All right. So what I don't understand about these American companies, family. Happy Friday. Happy Juma if you're Muslim. Happy Friday night, Friday frights, right? We're gonna do Friday night frights. We have a special live, boots on the ground, tonight at 5. I need to set it up. But what I don't understand about these American companies, oh, I think this is falling. What I don't understand about these American companies is the fact that, oh no, it's not. It was perfect. Okay. What I don't understand about these American companies is they outsource, right? They outsource to come to countries that don't even understand. Yes, the gate is open. Thank you. Um, they don't even understand how our culture is, right? So that's like me going to the Gambia, whatever, whatever, and not understanding their culture. They have people for one of my major credit cards. I only have one major credit card trying to get on their commercial. Capital One, what's in your wallet? But for these, for my credit card company, when I call, I'm speaking to someone in Costa Rica. I'm speaking to someone in not Vietnam, the Philippines. I can hardly speak to someone in the United States. So this is what I don't get. Now you're sending me to a company, to a country. A country, people in a country that's not in the United States are answering the phones about traveling. When have these people really traveled? So how would they fully understand? But that's how these companies are. They want the maximum value, maximum revenue, and keeping their costs low. But what does that do to the customer? A lot of times it makes the customer frustrated because these people will tell you anything. And if you have ever contacted Google, the girl's name was like a stripper name, y'all. I can't. it was like sparkle or something. I was like, what? And bubbles? I don't know. I was just like, am I being punked? I just don't. Sometimes I don't understand what's happening in this world because I'm just like, so we're just getting the short end of the stick, aren't we? Okay. And there's nothing we can do about it. All righty then. Oh, it's a new dude here. It's a different guy. Okay. Oh, let me close my blinds. So they said that this will take 2 to 3 hours because they have to do it manually. But let me close this. Okay, so they're moving the rocks and they're putting them by the wall. Okay. Y'all, by George, I think it's really going to happen today. What you think? Now I went and closed. I said I'm going to close the blinds. I closed the door. I love the fresh air early in the morning. Okay, there we go. All right. I closed the wrong thing. I love the fresh air early in the morning, but as you all know, it's not safe to keep your doors and stuff open, or not your doors, your blinds open when you're sleeping, right? We know that that's not safe. So I close and lock all my windows. All right, they bought their own rake. I have a rake. I hope everyone is well. Hope everyone slept well. I did. And when I woke up, it was 5:25, right? I'm like, dang it, I gotta get up at 6. Don't you hate that? You wake up, you look at your phone just to see what time it is, or look at your alarm clock, and it's like, man, I only have half an hour to sleep. So then you try to go back to sleep real quick. Is that just me or is that anyone else? Well, I said, I'm not getting up till 6:30. And then at 6:26, I'm like, oh, wait, maybe my alarm is not going to go off, right? Oh, I turned my volume down. I thought so I got up at 6:26 and I am up. So can we see what he's doing? Y'all can see what he's doing? Okay. So he moved the rocks. Let me pull it out a little bit so y'all can see. So the rocks were over there. So he moved those. And yeah, I feel like it's gonna get done today. And I'm grateful. But what I okay. All right, guys. What I did notice is the Today Show has 2 more videos for Savannah, the interviews. And I may play it. I may put it on the TV and play it. That's what I should do while we're doing this. Now, some people may get confused, like, look, I can't look at the tree stump and still listen to Nancy and still listen to Savannah, right? But since we're going to be here they said they're going to be here for 2, 3 hours. I'm like, why? I don't want y'all on my property for 2, 3 hours. But at least it will get done, right? And I won't have to worry about it. So they are doing this manually. They said if they would have did it with the stump removal, that it would have taken like 30 minutes. But if you watched the live yesterday, then you will know that it wouldn't fit. The stump removal machine would not fit through the gate, even when they took the wall off, the door off the gate, it still wouldn't fit. So they have to do it manually. But thankfully, I don't have too much to worry about because they were able to come back today. So I'm grateful for that. Because last week, no, I think it was 2 weeks. It was 2 weeks ago. One, yes, it was 2 weeks ago. So 2 weeks ago, you all, if you joined the live, then you saw that they cut the tree down. Sorry, I'm getting my ice water. And then they were supposed to come back that Friday. They didn't come back. They were sent no, they did come back. They just didn't come back to my home. They went to the house next door but they and removed all of the stuff because they had cut the tree down and they had left the debris because the trailer was full. So they filled it up, thought that they were coming back. And if you were on the live yesterday, you heard that they had intended to come back, but it didn't happen because there was a water leak somewhere and their boss or the office, their business, sent them somewhere else. So this has been a long time coming, but I'm happy because once that stump is removed and it's all cleaned up, Monday, pest control is coming, right? And then they're going to spray because since they cut the tree down, there has been a lot of bugs and things like that. So I want them to come and spray before I really start setting up my backyard. And that will include me setting up my tent. So, because I have a projector, I can have movie night back there. I don't know about you all, but I like my company. And if I have everything at my home, I can go out when I want, but I don't have to go out and spend money unless I want to go see a new movie, right? I could sit right out there and watch true crime through my projector, and it's okay. Okay, so what are we doing now? So while they're doing that, I'm probably going to do some housework, and I don't know what else I'm going to do. I've only seen one person come in so far. So I want to work out because I didn't work out yesterday. My body was a little sore. So I do want to work out. I finished the Grow with Joe series, the 5-week weight loss, ultimate fat loss plan, right? I finished that. And this week, it's funny because I think someone must have said to Joe, we want a strength training one. And now she has a 4-week strength training series. And I may do that. I may do that in addition to, what is it called? Yoga Works. So when I lift, I really, really like Tracy Bauer through Yoga Works. I really like her. So 45-minute class. The class goes so freaking fast. So fast it goes. And before I know it, it's over. So, but Joe is working and Joe was like, I want you all on my channel every time I turn around. Now, business-wise, I love what Joe is doing because Grow with Joe started off on YouTube. And this was during COVID, y'all. So, and then she blew up. She blew up. And she ended up starting Grow with Joe Home, which I think in the beginning was like $5. Now, Grow with Joe Home is like $40. I'm like, a month? What the hell? So they were talking about it and people were complaining, and she did a post and she was just like, the developer went up. I guess whoever she works with in regards to the app, they went up $5 to 40 is a big difference. And I'm like, I'm not paying the 5. I'm not paying the 40. Right? That's just me. So, but I'm not rich. So I love that she has not forgotten about her YouTube people, because I'm like, there is enough online presence for fitness that I do not have to go and pay online for anything. Right? We have Billy Blanks, and these are my faves. Billy Blanks is on YouTube. Billy Blanks is on TikTok. Uncle Billy is like 70 years old, y'all. You don't really mess with black women, but that's a whole nother story. A lot of men that made it don't. It's getting hotter, and I'm sleeping with a fan, and my nose was running. So I had to blow her. I had to catch her and then blow her. All right, so greetings, Gracie Lynn Bullerwell. Welcome to Travel with Tay on a Friday as I get my tree stump removed. Now I told you all this is I've never seen this guy. I've never seen this guy. Last time it was the other two guys. I can say this. I am extremely happy. Now, yesterday I told you all I'm letting things go. I have let things go in regards to what has happened to me in Africa. I did what I had to do. And I'm just like, okay, God, now it's on you. I'm done, right? Well, I can say this. I wake up to an email stating, I woke up to an email stating the complaint that I filed against the first lawyer that I met through Blacksit, Juliet Ryan, right? Or Lopez. I guess she's Lopez now. She done allegedly cheated on her husband and said she was pregnant. Well, she said she was pregnant. And but there's no baby, so I guess she's having an elephant pregnancy. So she introduced me to Mr. LK and Boge, who stated that, and they told me, Juliet's husband told me that, oh, this is the legal secretary to the president, so he gonna get stuff done and da da da. They didn't. Anytime I say this man's name in his own country, these people just be like, oh, this man, he's a crook, right? Crook. They're saying crook. He's a crook. Oh, that man, he's a criminal. And I'm like, what? Now, these are the same people that are telling people to come to Africa, and they are linking people up with crooks and criminals. What is happening here? Because maybe they are crooks and criminals themselves. There's a lot of that going around. All right. So you all see what he's doing? I'm hanging up clothes. I'm kind of glancing. I washed clothes last night. I'm hanging them up. So since I'm stuck in the house at this time, I'm like, I might as well do some housework. Might as well do some housework. Then we're going to get a workout in before it gets super hot, because if you don't know, Arizona is hot, daddy, hot. This place is hot, and it's starting to get hot, right? We have our little heat waves. We had a crazy heat wave last week. It was over 100. It was 103. Okay, so it was 90 something degrees. Then it was 100. Then it was 103. Then it was 103. Then it was 103. So we're back down to 90 degrees. But I would love, love, love to get in the water. I want to get in the water, but I have to wait. I was walking in my room and I hit my foot, I hit my leg on one of the drawers on my bed, and I didn't think it was bad, but it broke the skin. So I have to wait until everything heals before I can get in the water. So it's okay, right? If you all know, the water will tone your body. It will strengthen. It's going to strengthen your heart, right? You being in the water, but it toned your body. So since I can't do that, I said, well, I'll lift. I missed lifting. I'm not going to lie. I miss lifting weights. Now, for the people that came in and was like, oh, she's not going to lose anything. She's doing all this cardio, blah, blah, blah. They have no idea that I lift as well. But the way my brain is set up, if I'm doing a challenge, I need to finish that challenge. I'm not one of those people that want to start something and stop it, right? Not when it comes to fitness. I do want to be more consistent with my videos, but I don't know. I don't know how everyone does it. Maybe they have other people, an internet boyfriend, an internet husband, children. I don't know if they have other people helping them. But I know that this is a one-woman army over here. This is a one-woman army. And I'm just like, how do they get all these things done? Because I'm struggling to get all this stuff done at one time and still try to eat right and exercise and do all the things I'm supposed to be doing, right? To get my chi right. So I'm coming, guys. Just let me hang up these clothes, and then I'm gonna come and check your comments. Me and another streamer will be streaming tonight or this evening. We want to go over, and we will be live and on location for Nancy Guthrie, right? We found another way. We can't stay at the house. Nobody wants a ticket, a $250 ticket or $250 fine. No one wants that. So, but yeah, I'm grateful. I'm so grateful because I just thought that the complaint that I filed against my former attorney in the Gambia was going to be null and void. I can tell you this. My third lawyer, wait, hold on. How many lawyers did I hire? So I was supposed to hire a third lawyer in the Gambia. Sounds crazy, right? But I swear to you, I'm telling the truth. So I was supposed to hire a third lawyer, and the lawyer, this was a seasoned lawyer, right? This woman is like 60 years old, something like that. And she said to me, she told me a price. Now, the problem is some of these lawyers are so quick to tell you a price in the Gambia when they haven't even looked at the case, which unfortunately is just, they see an American and they're just like, oh, Americans have money. Let me just get over on her. She don't, y'all. And this is what made me think about it, because I was like, well, why would she do this to me? Right? One of her associates referred her to me. And I'm just like, why would she do this to me? Because her brother is one of the richest people in the Gambia, right? So why would you try to get over on a woman that has been through so much trauma and turmoil in your country? Why would you do that to them? Because a lot of these foreigners hate us. I don't know if you all know. I have no idea if you know, but when I say something, it's because of something that I've been through. And why would you, if you have money and someone came to your country and they went through hell, right? They know what it is in their country. They know, because people like her don't mess with her local people. Let me say that again. People like the lawyer that I was going to hire, her brother's one of the wealthiest people in the Gambia. She doesn't need money. She has businesses, she has properties. She does not need money. But she doesn't deal with the local people in her own country. So why are Americans and Black British telling you, the Gambia is going to tell you that anyway. People from foreign countries, they're like, oh, come to my country. Come to my country. It's beautiful, it's peaceful. While they are trying their best to get the hell out by any means necessary, right? Doesn't make sense. So, and someone said, well, white people are still going to Africa. So why aren't the Black people? White people are going to visit. Black people are going to live. And they're finding out. I mean, I see two Black people that are in, two Black women. One is in Ghana, one is in the Gambia. And they both complain. One of them is in Ghana and all she does is complain. And I'm like, well, why are you there building? Why? I feel like some people just want to complain. They just want to complain. I don't know. I don't get it. But what does my recent post says? I'm American and proud. Say it loud. All right, I'm almost there, y'all. Let me come over. So the person that introduced me to my third lawyer, possible third lawyer, they were gung-ho in the beginning. They were like, yeah, if you would have got her first, this case would have been done, this, that, and the third. Okay. I sent her the information. I was very optimistic. I was very optimistic. Like, yes, finally. Then I don't hear from her. Then I don't hear from her. Then I don't hear from her. Then I don't hear. And I'm like, wow. And then her associate contacted me and was like, I don't want to waste your time. I don't want you to waste your time. But she's not talking the way she used to talk. So I don't know what happened. And I told him, I do. You don't know what happened because that's your people. You're not an American. And people will say, oh, that's not true. You don't. It's just like when someone that's not an African American tells me, oh, that's not true. How do you know? When have you ever been Black? You see what I'm saying? People will try to tell you about your life when they have never walked in your shoes. Amazing, right? So, but hopefully this new lawyer, I can say this, when I talked to the latest lawyer that I hired, this new lawyer didn't ask me for any money up front. Not even the fee, not even his fee, right? His consultation fee. He used his own internet, right? Because over there, you got to pay for data. It's not like you could pay monthly, and the internet over there is pretty much the same price over here, $60, $50, $60. You pay $50, $60 a month, you will have fast internet. So when people say, I don't have fast internet, it's because you don't want to pay. You don't want to pay. One thing foreigners have is internet, okay? Because they need to tap in so that they can get them a tubab. Tubab it means white skin. So yes, continental Africans, my kinetic people will look at me and call me a tubab because my skin is light. But I'm a Fula from the Fulani tribe. So when I see a Fula child and they call me, or if I see a child and they're like tubab, I'm like, man African la, man Fulani la, which means I'm African and I'm a Fula. And they look at me crazy because I'm speaking to them in their language, but they know that I'm not one of them per se, right? And I put my arm right next to one of the children and I say, well, if I'm a tubab, then she a tubab because we have the same skin. We have the same skin color, same tone. So if I'm a tubab, then she a tubab. That's what I say to them, just for them to understand. And then I'm like, two Bobs don't have hair like this. My hair is not straight. My hair is just like hers. And, another child run up, two Bob, right? And the children will say, she's no two Bob, no two Bob dick. She's Fulanila, she's African, right? Each one teach one. Because who taught those children to say these things? The adults. How would the children know that? The adults. So when we talk about hate for others, the adults are teaching the children this. The adults. But I educate them very quickly. No tubab de. Right? If you want to call me a tubab, then what about your skin bleaching sisters? Are they tubabs too? Hope you call them tubabs. Because those are the ones that are bleaching their brown skin to try to look like a tubab. Uh-oh. We getting some work done now. Okay, hold on, guys. Let's see what's going on here. Okay. Global African said because they crooks. Very true. All right, so I am going to have to close this because this is too loud. What's crazy is this dude doesn't have any glasses on and nothing on his ears. That's interesting, right? Okay. And global, what is it? Global African? Global African 2256. It is because they are crooks. Blacks it. Many of the streamers overseas that are from a different country and they go to Africa, many of them are scamming you. ES. Yes, I said ES. What has ES done? Somebody, the same person that I told you that is in Ghana, the same person that I told you that's in Ghana that's building a 6-bedroom house and all she does is complain. She said, the house is not even done. And the sister is like, oh, I'm selling this house. I'm raffling it off and the truck. And I'm sitting here like, then why? You must got a whole bunch of money because why are you putting money into something that you're selling off? Because the money that you're putting into this house, you are not going to get back. Well, you may, but it won't be an American that's buying it. That's the thing. People think, oh, the Americans, the foreigners, they have money. The Americans that come there, they're not trying to spend a lot of money. You should see how these people get a check every month because they were in the military and how they still try to nickel and dime the Gambians. Somebody wanted to, if they say, okay, it's $1,000, well, can I pay 500? Now, sometimes you can finagle, and negotiate down, right? Recently, I did that. Well, I did it through someone else. I was like, well, I only want to pay blah, blah, blah. So when the person contacted me, they were like, well, you know how they are, right? He's Gambian. He's like, you know how they are. He said, for you, they always say, for you, okay, I'm gonna charge you. They like, okay, the price is 10,000, it's 12,000 Dalasi, which is less than 200. 14,000 Dalasi is about $200. 14,200 is like $200. So US dollars. So they'll say, oh, well, it's 12,000 Dalasi. Like, chai, 12,000, boy, that's too much dick. That's too much money. I'll pay you 10, right? Or you just say that's too much money. And then they'll be like, okay, for you, look, you ain't goosing, you're not tricking nobody. I lived in New York, right? So they'll say, for you, I'll knock off 2,000. It's 10,000. But that's what I told my friend. I said, well, I think I look, I don't want to pay that. I want to pay this, right? And yeah, so we got it down to what I wanted to pay. And we're going to handle that. I thank God for this brother. I thank God for this brother. Because when it was time for me, when I needed help, not one American is there to help. Not one. Not one. Not one. Let me say that one more time. Not one. But these people will tell you to come to Africa. And then they will behind the scenes be cursing and this country, these people. Oh, Lord Jesus. Okay, so, all right, so that's done. Let me check your comments. Oh, wait, that's not done. Hold on, guys. I am doing laundry, so I'm getting all my workout stuff together and my clothes and okay, so let's see. Um, greetings, greetings, greetings. That is hard work. Mary Valdez. Wow. What? Oh shoot, y'all. My bad. I ain't even know. Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna pull it all the way out so y'all can really see. So I won't go out there because last time I went out there, um, the construction people lied on me. Landscapers lied and said, oh, blah, 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 right? So 65 people in here. Can we get these likes up to about 30? Okay. Let me see. DJ7768 says, that's usually how racism works. Blame everyone for on person's actions. Just remember it goes both ways. So if anyone has ever had a problem with you, they get to blame everyone that's like you. Well, if that's how you feel, then that's how you feel. But I know what's going on. And if you're not, I ain't even going to deal with that. That's how it works anyway, right? If you have a problem with one black person, you blame everyone anyway. So for me, I'm learning to be just like everyone else. Because when I went to Africa and I'm trying to help people that look like me, what happened? I got beat, I got assaulted, I got robbed, I got scammed. So, hey, sometimes when in Rome, do like the Romans. But like I was saying, if you are the fact that I got to call people a company and they don't understand, then what the hell? Or if they're talking about what I was talking about in the Gambia, I'm not even going to address that person because I know what I've been through. So, yeah, blame everyone else just like everyone else because I know what I've been through in that country and it wasn't just one person. But in that specific country, there's no accountability. But we're going to see if there will be some accountability because I did get a message this morning and it said, thank you, Jesus, hallelujah. It said that my complaint against my former lawyer is going to be heard virtually. Now, I was surprised because there's a lawyer that is in the UK and the third lawyer that I was going to hire said, oh, maybe you should contact this person. Why? Because he saw a post online of this person saying, if you do this, we're going to expose you in public and on the computer, right? In public and in the courtroom. If you do this to diasporans, this, that, and the third, right? So I contact him. Somebody had just passed away. So what did I say? I was like, my condolences, this, that, and the third. So I tell him the situation. So, and I sent him the complaint and I sent him the rebuttal. This dude had a nerve to say, oh, no one's going, because they hate us. They hate us. They hate us. Many of them hate us. Many of them hate us. Now, have I met some that don't? Well, I don't know because people will say, oh, you my sister, you this, that, and the third. And then next thing you know, they asking you for money like you the Bank of America, right? So then one of them live here and they'll get you robbed, right? They'll make your life a living hell over in their country, but then they're over here in America. And you married your cousin, you married your niece. Correction, you married your niece, and you brought her here, and you are licensed through the medical board. Do they not know that that's illegal? Well, shoot, I say this. If someone treats you bad over there in another country and you have the opportunity to hold them accountable over here, then do it. Then do it. You know what that's going to do? That's going to teach them, oh, wait, you saw what happened? I hope they deport his ass. Yes, I'm putting in a complaint with ICE because you're doing something straight up illegal. You kept my money? Well, why? You're a nurse practitioner here in America. Why are you doing this to an American? Why? Because many of them hate us. And I'm speaking from experience. I don't know about anyone else, but I'm speaking directly from experience. So the dude says, I don't. OSHA wouldn't be happy to see that. That's for sure. Greetings. Welcome. Unforgivable sins. Good morning. I bet you didn't think that stump was that big, did you? I did not. Well, you know, I ain't going to say I didn't. I kind of knew it was super huge because when we had to, wow, I knew that it had all of this coming out. I knew that it had very deep roots. Wow. There we go. All nightmare. They are getting rid of the tree stump. So 2 weeks ago, they came and cut the tree down. Now they're cutting down. Now they're getting rid of the tree stump. The only thing is it says Skynet says you have a deep rooted problem there. Here or in Africa? Ooh, because I have deep rooted problems in both places. Okay, so let me see. All right. I think that's good. Unforgivable sins. They said it's going to take 2 to 3 hours, right? But they have to do it manually. I personally don't know why they are using that little one, but oh wow. All we see is booty, 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 booty rocking everywhere. But this guy came by himself, and he's not one of the ones that was here yesterday. He is not one of them. So, yeah, this is what I'm dealing with. So I have no idea. What do we say? What's the title of this video? Take 897,000, 9 million, 2.5, right? I I don't know when this is going to be done. Every day I'm like, today, this time. If you ever seen the Bee movie, you know how the bee was trying to get out when he flew into the house and he saw the sun and he kept hitting the window. This time. That's one of my favorite movies, y'all. That movie is so damn funny. This time. That's how I feel about this stump. It's gonna work this time. It's gonna work this time. It's gonna work this time. I don't know. I don't know. I just know that it has to be done before Monday because then pest control is coming. So it has to be done before Monday. That's all I do know. So, but so back to the complaint I filed against my lawyer, the first one, right? I sold him something, and I realized he just wanted the something that I sold him. That's all he wanted because he was talking to me, he was checking everything. Once I sold him that, y'all, it's he don't have time to talk to me and this, that, and the third. And I'm like, well, you know, you're my lawyer. And then like we set up a meeting and he calls. And then he probably told someone, oh, call me 5 minutes. Call me in 5 or 10 minutes. And then I'll say I gotta go. Because that's what he did. And he was like, oh, my brother's on the line. I have to go. And I said, Mr. Embauge, right? I said, and he's answering phone calls. And I'm like, why can't I get an uninterrupted phone call? He started laughing. What he didn't know is I was recording the call. He started laughing. I speak to trying to be a big man, right? But you renting cars. You don't even have a damn car, and you're a senior lawyer. You're a senior counsel in the country. He says, I'm so busy. I talk to people in America. I talk to people in the UK. I talk to people in blah blah blah. So I'm a very busy man to have an uninterrupted phone call. Never. I said, well, I'm gonna tell you this. If I set up a meeting with someone, then I block out that time so I can talk to that person. Why would I set up a meeting with someone and then just continuously allow that meeting to be interrupted? How disrespectful is that to the person that I'm having the meeting with? Customer service. Customer service in Africa is in the trash, in case you didn't know. You may get good customer service here and there, but overall in the Gambia, no. No, you go into the bank, these people be sitting there on the phone. The lines be out the door and the teller is on the damn phone. So at one point I said to her, right? I said, ma'am, where are you? She was like, I'm at work. I said, then shouldn't you be off the phone? Oh, this is so. I said, well, you could totally go home permanently and talk to the person at home. But when you're at work, you need to be. Do you see this line out the door? She looked at me and then put the phone down. And I'm thinking, where the hell is her supervisor? Well, they're probably somewhere on the phone. That's how it is. That is how it is. Kurt, don't come on here with that. Don't come on here with that, please. Do it looks like Trump's wall, right? So let me see. Okay, so let me see. I missed some comments. I know it was a joke. You have a deep-rooted problem there. That's why I said here or in America, here or in Africa, because I do. Okay, so let me see. They can't fit the grinder. Correct, Bald Nightmare. They couldn't fit the grinder through the wall. I think Unforgivable Sins. They don't want to put out the expense of renting a stump remover. No, Unforgivable Sins. They did have a stump remover. They had a machine. It won't fit in the wall. It won't fit in the wall. It won't fit through the gate. So that's why they said that they're going to have to come back and do it manually today. They had a stump removal machine. They had it yesterday, but it wouldn't fit. Okay, so let me just move this over here instead of going to get another chair. It wouldn't fit through the gate, even after they took the gate off, because there's another gate there, and that's a metal gate, so they can't move that. So that's why they have to do it this way. And, I'm assuming that this is not the first time they've done this. That does look like the same chainsaw that they used to cut the tree down the first time, but I could be wrong. Okay, so let me put this steamer together while I'm sitting here. Where's the screws? Where are the screws? Lord Jesus. Okay, I'm going to get right back to your comments, y'all. I'm just trying to do a few things at once and multitask because I don't have a lot of time. Okay, so where are we? We have, they must hate this guy or he's new. I can't bald. I can say I've never seen this guy before though. Excuse me, this is not one of the guys that came in the beginning. Where's my water? I can say that. So let's see. I can't. People got jokes. So the wall, let me see. They have stump grinders that you can walk behind just like you do garden tillers. I can't see that. That looks like a bunch of I's and L's. But yeah, they couldn't get it through the wall. So they cut the tree down because the wall was an issue. If you see, let me see. Let me not move that. Let me just lift it up. You see? The tree was pushed up against the wall. So this is why they went ahead and took the tree down. Roy Roy called 5733. Young lady, that guy should have had a stump grinder and he would have been going in 20 minutes, dear. You are absolutely correct. But the stump grinder would not fit through the wall. So let me just show you all. Let me just show you all. I'm not going out because last time I went out, they had the nerve to complain and say, oh, we're concerned. So you see the wall, right? If you can see right there, like the end of the gate, you see a metal black wall. I mean, a metal black fence, right? That's why they couldn't get it there through. So this is why they have to do it this way, because even with them taking the door off the gate, it still wouldn't fit. The machine wouldn't fit through. So that's why they have to do it manually. They were here yesterday, but they have to do it manually this time. Okay. But you're right, Roy. You're absolutely right. If they had the stump grinder, then this would have been done in 30 minutes, 20, 30 minutes. That is what the guy said yesterday, but because they can't get it through, it has to be done manually. I'm just happy that this saw works because 2 weeks ago when they came, oh my gosh, the big saw didn't work, the long one, and they had to take the tree down with that little saw. It was a hot mess. It was a hot mess. Walk behind stump grinder. Overall machine width is usually about 29 to 30 inches. Now, the crazy thing is if they, oh, I should ask them to keep those little small pieces of wood. Those are even smaller than the other ones. Because I do want to, at night it gets pretty cold. So I can put those little small pieces that he's cutting, I can put those in the fire pit. Well, at least he put his glasses on. Yeah, I'm going to keep those. I'm going to put those right to the side. I'm going to tell him to put those right to the side. Okay. I haven't heard this, that, and the third in a very long time. I'm showing my age, bald nightmare. Dulls the chain on the chainsaw if it gets ran into soil. Ran into so? This tree was just meant to be there. I tell you, it's not really going anywhere. It's taking forever to go somewhere, right? Okay, so unforgivable sin says there's two types. There are two types of stump grinders. One is pulled by a truck, and the other is the size of a garden tiller, maybe a little larger. So I think that it was, I don't know which one it was, but it was pretty large. It was like the one that's in the thumbnail. And he said to pick it up, it would take like 7 or 8 guys. It just wouldn't fit through the wall, through the gate. It wouldn't fit. It was too tight of a turn. So they shouldn't lift grinder. They couldn't lift the grinder over the wall. Correct. Full. They could not. It was too big. Okay. I kind of knew what you were saying. Unforgivable sense. Soil. It made sense. So I would think that because they use these all the time, I would think that changing the saw or making sure it's not dull will be normal, something that they do normally, right? All the time, because that should be in heavy rotation, right? That should be in their fixed costs, or maybe their variable costs, but no, fixed costs. Variable costs, because you don't, well, it probably would be a fixed price. I'm thinking it should be a fixed cost because that's something that always has to be done. If you have a landscaping company, your saws and stuff are something that is part of your manufacturing overhead. right? Okay. So I just ran into your channel. I like your personality, so I'm going to subscribe and catch you later. Have a good day. Have a good day. Have a good day. Hope you get the problem resolved. Thank you, Skynet. Thank you for subscribing, and thank you for popping in, and thank you for the compliment. Make sure you check in later to see the end of this video to see how far they've gotten. Uh-oh, he's calling somebody. Oh, Lord. I hope he's not calling the supervisor. Oh, Lord. Oh, man. Everything's okay? Okay. Wow, guys. I can't believe this. I'm a city girl. I can't believe this. But I think those pieces of wood over there, right? I want to keep those. You see them? Those over there, I'm gonna keep those. I'm gonna tell him he can just throw them to the side. Sir, if you want, throw them over there. I'll keep them. I'll keep them for my fire pit. Thank you. Sorry, y'all, I'm yelling in your ear. Perfect, right? I don't have to buy any damn wood. Okay. Old motor. Okay. For la Fole Andara says old motor oil will kill tree roots. I got mine from AutoZone for free. They just have them outside. Interesting. So I thought that they were saying that once they cut everything down, then the tree roots will be done. It won't grow back, you know? But I don't know. I'm a city girl. I'm trying to understand. Yes, I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna get a shirt made, y'all. That's gonna be merch. I'm a city girl. I'm trying to understand. That's gonna be my merch. Oh my God. And then come on. Wait, come on, let's go be nosy. That's gonna be that's gonna be another merch. Because I notice I say that all the time, especially when we were out there following the Nancy Guthrie case at the house. Come on, let's go over and be nosy. But we will be having a live this evening. Me and another streamer. We will be live, boots on the ground, on location, and we will be going over multiple videos. Multiple videos. Okay. I know y'all all over the place. Okay, so let me say this. Let me finish these comments and then I'm gonna go back to the great Gambia. The great Gambia. Not the great Gatsby, the great Gambia. That should be a chapter in the book. The great Gambia. Okay, so Unforgivable Sin says you should only have to file a chain once every day or two if you are using the chainsaw properly. Okay, yes, Foley. Drill holes and fill with motor oil. Unforgivable Sins, you are so educated on this. Tay's go cloudy day. Tay goes on and on and on about this little slab of dirt on the side. Oh, okay, you deleted it. People are stupid, right? They say I go on and on about the dirt on the side. What is that? Is that a pipe? Is that you see that? That black thing, is that a pipe? Thank you, Unforgivable Sims. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. Because it's like, I go on and on and on to the break of dawn, on and on and on. It is my yard. It is my channel. We are trying to get this taken care of. But I think some people it's when they say, some people just don't have anything. Oh, he's cutting that. I think water comes out of that. I see these all throughout Tucson. I think some people just don't know what to say, so they just like, let me just come in and just insult. Right? It's my yard, it's my backyard. Thank you, Unforgivable Sins. It's my channel. So If they don't like it, they can just like, oh, we don't want to see this about the tree. Oh, she's talking about this damn tree stump removal. But what does the title say? This is the take 897,000. So that means that this has happened so many times, right? But I appreciate your unforgivable sins. I haven't seen Mr. Mikey. I have to email him, make sure he's okay. Um, I've cut a couple trees in my backyard. And Antonio Quino Ramos. Quinones Ramos. My nail salon girl, her surname was Quinones, and she's Colombian. But so yeah, you understand and know about this, Antonio. The stumps I dug up around them, cut the roots, drill holes in the stump, put Epsom salt and cooking oil. Oh wow. Now the only thing, Antonio, Mr. Ramos, um, is you probably it's easier to do that in your yard because it's your yard. But because this is a landscaping company, they probably just gonna come in and okay. So if Cloud comes back in unforgivable sins, I'll just block them. Thank you for deleting his comments. I'll just block him. My block trigger finger is always ready. Okay, block, block, block. You know that way they can still come and look. They just can't comment. Y'all, he about to cover this. Is that what's being done? Hold on. Do y'all see this? About the chain, he can use a leaf blower to blow all the debris all the way. The blow the he can use a leaf blower to blow all the debris all away. Um, and have a clean surface to work for the chainsaw. Some people just aren't tethered to reality. Yo, I thought so. This is the end. I thought he would cut that part. I thought he would cut like that part, right? That part. I thought he would cut that. So he's gonna leave that part. Yo, no, I thought it was gonna be different. I really thought that this would be different. Wow, that's it. Hmm. So I hope I can still open up my shed. All right, y'all. I'm a little confused. Use neosporin to heal scraped skin faster. Thank you. Thank you, Fule. I've been using this triple antibiotic because I really want to get in the water, but I grow out of it after a good rain season. The tree stump is still alive. I won't be surprised. Them branches, it will grow out of it after a rainy season. Y'all, I am a little confused because I really thought that he would cut the stump as well. That big root, I thought that too. I'm kind of like whispering because I don't want him to hear me, but okay. Can we get one more like to make it 30? I'm confused. Right. Do y'all think it's gonna grow back? I should still be able to open up my shed. That was the issue. I wanted to make sure that I can open my shed. OMG. Okay. I'm not gonna lie, Antonio, and unforgivable sins. I thought that um he would cut that long piece over there, the root part, but what do I know? What do I know? I'm this is not what I do, but okay. What is this little tree thing? Can I pull that out? It's like a little stick. This is what he's doing. You see those little tree stumps? Like I could probably pull that out, right? Let me see. Right there, right there, right there. I don't know what's going on here, but I guess it's done. Hey, love like the sun. Is this how it's supposed to be? I mean, he covered the root. I thought that they were going to get that up too, but okay. So let me get this straight. This was all, hey, pretty tings. This this was all crazy like this. I appreciate you. But look, the stump is gone. Well, it's still underneath there, but I, I'm confused that we did all of this. We went through all of this for these multiple days. For this, I'm just like, oh, okay. At least it's going. So Monday they will come and they will spray for the bugs and all that other stuff, and then um, we'll be good to go. Then I can start putting things in my backyard the way I want to. Okay. All right. Miss Betsy, greetings, blessings. Happy Friday. I hope everyone is having a great Friday so far, depending on where you are. The farther oh, the farther east you are, it's daytime. I mean it's later in the day. And the farther west you are with me, then it's still our morning. Okay. So if you all want, let me show you what I'm doing right now. I'm putting my floor steamer together, my Bissell. Finally get a chance to I can't wait to use this thing, guys. Normally I have the housekeeper come over with hers, but now I bought one myself and now I can use mine. Okay. So let me finish the story about the lawyer. I've watched part 1 and 2 and they uploaded part 3. Yes. And part 3 extended. No, Antonio, you are right. You are absolutely right. So Pretty Teens, I watched 1 and 2 yesterday. I did a live with it yesterday. And then they did 3 and extended 3 today. So I wanted to, we have a live this evening. So I kind of wanted I think I'm gonna go over part 3 today. I think I'm gonna do a quick live and go over that today. But then they also have part 3 extended, and then it's supposed to be um, a special on a Dateline special tonight, right? So me and another streamer that is boots on the ground, we're going to be going live tonight um, on location, and you all will see where we are when we get there. Put some stone tiles over it. I have the rock. What I may want to do is put the fire pit in that area. So at first I thought facing the gate would be where I have the movie screen, but I think having the movie screen up against here will be better. And that way the fire pit can be right here. It's just gonna be a small fire pit. Nothing huge, nothing super extravagant. I don't want to start a fire and burn the whole damn complex and everything down. But someone else had a fire pit, and I'm like, wow, we can have a small fire pit back here. Perfect. I mean, the amount of insurance that I have to have out here, I guess I understand. We can do whatever the hell we want. But someone did have a fire pit. It was metal. It was a metal, it looks like a turkey fryer. That's what it looked like. Mesquite tree stumps in Arizona are aggressive regrowers, mm, often producing new roots within. I think that was supposed to be roots within weeks of being cut and growing 1 to 3 feet per year. Then this will be, I forget what it says. Then this will definitely be a normal thing, right? This is going to be a normal thing of me contacting the landscaping company to get them to come and cut it down, cut it down. We're going to be at 900,000, take 900,000 soon. Due to their deep established tap roots, these stumps can quickly regenerate into large shrubs or trees if not properly removed or treated with herbicide. At this point, I'm just like, I don't know. I don't know. Now, I can say that he did this in what, an hour and 11 minutes. That's how long this live is. And I think that was less because I went live before he even got here. So the guy said it would take 2 to 3 hours, the guy from yesterday, but that's not what it actually took. So I'm kind of happy about that, right? Um, I'm happy about that. But okay, what is he? Oh, he's bringing the blower now. Okay. I did think that he would have cut more, but this is what I was talking about with the service and all this other stuff. We just don't know. I just, if I was doing this myself and I hire someone, then I would probably take into consideration a lot of the things that you all were talking about, because it would be my property. And if I'm going to do it, then I'm going to do it right in the beginning. But when it's someone else that's doing it, and this is their property, I'm just like, okay, this is what they're doing. So he's using the blower. And okay, so now he's blowing his head. I guess he's done with the blower. So he just blowed that side and just blow. Now, why the hell wouldn't you blow everything? Why in the world wouldn't you just blow everything? Right? All right, so I'm gonna have to sweep over there. Okay. Mm, mm, mm. So I guess we will be having another tree cutting party. But I do love that, once he was cutting the small pieces, I can start with the small pieces first. So I do like that. Mm, mm, mm. So when I contacted the okay, so when I was hiring the third lawyer, back to the Gambia story. When I was hiring the third lawyer, attempting to hire the third lawyer, um, they were the young man that works for her was like, oh, in regards to, because I have so many cases over there in the Gambia that's not even funny. And people tell me, oh, the Gambia is paradise. Where? I don't have all those cases here. So he said, you should contact this lawyer because, he's a lawyer in the UK. And I guess, I don't know if he practices in the Gambia, but he's a lawyer in the UK. And so I went to his page. He sent me the link to the Facebook post. So I went to his page and I was like, okay, I was like, my condolence. I greeted him, right? And he didn't even blow over here. All right, I guess I'll just go out there and blow. He did a quick job. I would have blowed this window seal and everything, but all right. We all set? Okay. All right, guys. So he asked me, did I want to come look? Okay. You see the hair? You see the hair? I need to put it in some hot water so we can have some nice twists. All right. Wow. So it won't grow back, right?
That's why I kept the water up.
Oh.
So there's still irrigation into the property
Uh-huh.
or into your backyard, but it's capped off right here. Instead of it having all the emitters to it for the water to come out,
Yeah.
it's capped off. But there's still
Okay.
irrigation.
Okay. Okay. I mean, I'm a city girl, so I don't understand. I'm just watching, but and I think I left my keys in the house, but I think she should open. Yep, everything should open. I know the tree stump was kind of holding it. Was kind of stopping it, but I think everything should open.
Well, could we check just so?
Sure. That would be even better. Hold on, guys. Let me get the keys. Okay, that's perfect. I didn't want to really ask because I didn't want to disturb them, after I got a complaint last time. So let me just check to see if it will actually open. Okay. Oh, perfect. Perfect. Once they come and spray, I could put my tent. Okay. Thank you. What's your name?
Andrew.
Thank you, Andrew. This has been a long time coming.
Yeah, because I remember when I trimmed the tree, and then I told you that
you were the first guy that came in.
Yes.
Yes, I remember now.
I told you that I was going to have them get it off the wall because we might as well take it down because it's on the wall.
Yep, and that one. Yep, I remember. I do remember you now since you said that. And then the other two guys came. Yep. Okay. So it was when the other two guys came, started this 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, they started this. And they came yesterday, but they couldn't get the stump grinder through. And I'm just like, right? They should have seen that before the fact, right? Yeah.
But if not, they had chainsaws, so.
And just so you know, the stump is still there. Their stump is still there.
They didn't tell me anything about that one.
So this one. Mm-hmm. I appreciate you. So now this is taken care of. All right. Thank you, Andrew. I do remember when you came and cut the branches.
Yeah.
I do remember that since you said it. Oh man, I got tape all on here. Okay. All right. All right, guys. Let's see. Let's turn this around. It's gonna stay on here, probably not. Okay. All right, so I'm just taking the tape off the wall. Taking the tape off of here. Okay. Oh man, y'all, I done messed this up. I'm gonna put all this tape on here now. I can't get it off. You too. Take care. Thank you. All right. Now that's funny. Did you hear him? I was like, yeah, the stump removal, the stump grinder removal, whatever it's called. Um, it wouldn't um fit. And he was like, he said it. But they had chainsaws. So when the Latin guy yesterday kept saying, the crew that came and cut the tree down, those were the people that came back yesterday to do the stump removal, right? So when he kept saying, it's not that we don't want to do it, we can't get this through. Well, Andrew just confirmed that maybe it was that they didn't want to do it because they could have used the what's the name just like he did, right? They have chainsaws. You're not gonna tell me you don't have you have a landscaping company and you don't have any chainsaws on the truck. So they had chainsaws, but I don't know, y'all. I don't know. Okay, let me just get this tape off. The tape that's on the white is fine. I'm just gonna take this one off. But I know that I did tape the hell out of that. I know I taped the hell out of that paint plastic. Okay, so when I contacted the lawyer, try to finish the story for the 80 millionth time, right? When I contacted the lawyer, I think his name was Melville Roberts. I think that's his name on Facebook, right? Okay, so I'll use the broom for that. So when I contacted him, I greeted him. Oh, Locust, you try to jump in my face. Oh my gosh. All right, I should have asked him. I'll just sweep it. I'll just sweep it. I should have asked him to just spray this a little bit, blow this a little bit more, but I'll sweep it. The other guy did blow it better though. He blew the whole yard. But honestly, I shouldn't have too many issues with a bunch of leaves and stuff like that anymore. So, but if I do, then I might buy an electric blower or plug-in blower. Shout out to the people that were telling me about those, right? I may buy one of those. But honestly, I can't buy anything else until I get some stuff out of this storage, set up the yard, then I can put more things into the storage. If I can't put any more things into the storage, I can't buy anything else to put into storage because I don't have any space. And then I have some things in the house that needs to go into storage as well. So I contacted Mel Roberts, Melville, whatever his name is, stupid ass. Now, I contacted him, sent him the paperwork, you know. I said, someone told me to contact you in regards to da 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 da. So he says, okay, do you have, I sent him the complaint, my complaint, which is, it should be public knowledge. I don't know. I filed a complaint with the General Legal Counsel in the Gambia, which is like the Bar Association, right? So he says, he I don't know if he read it, right? Or he glanced over it. It was very quick. Okay, I read it. All right, that's what he said. But I was nice to him. Somebody had just died in his family. I'm like, my condolences. I greeted them, in their language. Assalamu alaikum. How are you, brother? Hope all is well. Please, that was a waste of my damn time. You try to learn other people's cultures for what? Sometimes it's not worth it. I'm not saying it with everybody because my experience in the Gambia was nothing like my experience in Namibia. Nothing, right? And I was in the Gambia longer than I was in Namibia. It was nothing like my experience. But I was also not in a full Muslim country. I don't think that Namibia was a full Muslim country, right? I don't, it wasn't like that. I didn't hear, the country, I wasn't there doing Ramadan. So, but in the Gambia, the whole country shuts down. You don't hear any music other than that. That's when the Black British leave. because they're like, oh, we can't drink and smoke weed and party and dance and sleep with these boys. We can't do that. Oh, we're going back to the UK. So they leave during Ramadan. But other than that, Ramadan is over. It's back to the Gambia. Party time. Excellent. They party like it's 1999 every day in a Muslim country. Yes, you heard me correctly. More alcohol and drugs. I'm like, how is this not like America? So, or the West, who they condone so many times, but you over there acting like the Western people. So I contacted dude. He said he read it. And then he literally gonna say to me, they're not going to take this seriously. The General Legal Counsel not going to take this seriously, take this complaint seriously when you insulted them. So then he starts trying to reprimand me, saying, oh, well, who are you to call them scammers? I said, well, this is what happened in that legal firm. I don't care. Well, they just work there. Well, how many times do you call customer service and the person that works there get the brunt of it? It may not be right sometime, but if the company is doing something, whatever. Long story short, he wants to keep talking about it. I'm like, well, I said it. I'm not taking it back. So why do you keep talking about it? Oh, because you people. When he said you people, I'm like, hey, hey. So he said, I said, and you people. What, so I said, so well, if nothing happens, then nothing happens. I said, but the fact that you want to sit here and tell me that the General Legal Counsel, who is the legal bar association, is the bar association for all of the lawyers in this country, they're going to hold a client more responsible than the fucking lawyer? I said, then so be it. Now, I talked to fake husband, right? And fake husband says, fake husband says, oh, Mel, I know Mel. I said, oh, he tried to act like he didn't know you. He said, please. He said, I know him. He said, he said, do you know that Mel was arrested in the Gambia for grape? Take the GR off. I said, wait, hold up. What? He said, yeah. He was arrested for grape in the Gambia. I said, now see, this is what I say about these people, right? The fact that you want to sit here and reprimand, no accountability. Let me blame you. You're the stranger. You're the reason why my country is like this. No, because I can say, I can't speak for anyone else, but for myself going to the Gambia, I went there to help. Because in our minds, it's like, oh, people in Africa, they need help. Do they? Do they really? Because if you sponsor someone's child in the Gambia, and then you sponsor them for about 5-6 years, and then you can't sponsor them anymore, guess what? The parents are saying you're wicked and they don't like you no more. What? So you have all this fun, having this, making this baby, and then I'm supposed to take care of your child for the rest of their life? So the whole 5-6 years that someone has been sponsoring your child, you never held on to your money and saved your money? And now you're mad at the person that was sponsoring your child for 5-6 years? The F? Now, this didn't personally happen to me. This happened to a Gambian. He's a Mandinka. I don't know. Some of the Mandinkas, I've met some really not so nice Mandinkas in the Gambia. I don't understand. I guess because they're the biggest, the largest tribe. But I don't know. I'm not speaking for all of them, but the ones that I met were trifling. They were saying Alhamdulillah. One of the guys, the Mandinka, he was like, this is why we marry our family members, because the love is stronger. You marry your family member because the love is stronger? Ninja, you sound like a product of incest talking like that. with no education and nothing. He's nothing but an alcoholic, married to an American, and her little social security check is taking care of him. I said, I'm not that desperate for a dude. I'm not that desperate to have a man or to have a dependent. I'm not that desperate. So yeah. So it was interesting for me to get the email this morning that says I didn't fully look at it. Or not the email, the WhatsApp message. I have to look at it. Well, I told you I got up at 6:30 and I had to get ready for this. But it's interesting that the email came in and they're going to do it virtually. Okay. I hope they have enough bandwidth and internet and data, but they're going to do it virtually. So we will see what happens to the case or the complaint that I filed against my lawyer. Because get this, y'all. The complaint that he was supposed to have been handling the case against Quasi Boyd, right? The American that's over there scamming people. And I'm the only one that's bold enough to sue his ass. Right, Dina? Right, Melanated Mosley, Jerron? Who else? All of these people that invested and he gave their money back partially or all together, but none of them would stand with me. None of them will go to serious crimes to file a complaint, even if they got their money back. So when they talk about this, oh, black man, black woman, black child, we stand together in the Gambia, it's a mother lie. They are lying. And if you pack up your stuff here in America and you move your ass to the Gambia, you're going to be coming back to me and say, Tay Tay, they did this. And I'm going to say, well, I told you that fucking snake was there. Why did you go over there? They try to act like I'm lying, but you see that they don't say anything about what I'm saying because they know I'm not lying. It's just that if you on YouTube, it's easier for me to just lie to you because you're not here. Let me lie to you. Let me get your money. And when you come here, are you going to come up against a big YouTuber? I don't care. I do. What are they going to do? Nothing. Because I got receipts. I have receipts. So when they say, well, why didn't they go to serious crimes? Why didn't Bag go to serious crimes and say, well, I wasn't scammed by them, but I did walk into Quasi Boyd's home and I saw a bunch of financial statements there. Why didn't they say that? Why they sit behind the scenes and don't say anything? Because these people don't want to mess up their YouTube money. God only knows how much people really are making from YouTube, right? God only knows. So it's easier for them to just act like everything is awesome. Everything is great in the Gambia. It's easier to act like that than to say, well, you got to be careful of this. You got to be careful of that. Everybody in the Gambia, they're just trying to survive. The Americans, how many of them actually built something? Right? How many of them have a Gambian right beside them and they're still losing? How many of them built something, got a Gambian beside them, and they're still losing? Their house, they got bugs. People are sleeping with bugs in their bed. Jesus, that's nasty. You're sleeping with bugs in your bed. You're buying mattresses off the side of the road. You're sleeping on a used mattress. How are you living in America? How are you living in America if living like that is okay? How? Your water is dirty and you got a Gambian right beside you in the bed that you paying for everything, but let him be mad at you. He's not going to drive you anywhere. He's not going to do any. And you're scared to leave because the last dude that you dated, and if you left him, he robbed you. So now you're stuck with this dude because he know everything about how you move. And you're scared that if you leave or if you make him leave, that you're going to get robbed. I don't, people can have that. They can have it. So I'm excited to be able to stand for myself against, counsel Mr. Lamin K. Mboge. When Mr. Mboge told me himself that, he said, oh, the former president, Yahya Jammeh, because they said Mr. Mboge was a judge, but he was demoted. Thank you so much for the flower. Thank you so much for the flower. I can't see the name. Thank you so much for the flower. They said um the former president basically said that he was doing wrong, that he was a crook, basically, right? A crooked judge. So he threw him in jail. So Mr. Mbowe says to me, I was in prison with my clients. And I said, I had already hired him by then, right? Thanks to Juliet and Adrian, piece of shit Ryan. Adrian didn't even know this dude. I said, Adrian, how did you meet Mr. Mbowe? Oh, well, he's his big doofy dummy ass. He's like, oh, well, I didn't know him. So when I introduced him to my wife, and then your wife used Mr. Mboge for her as her divorce attorney. This is how wicked these people are. Yes, my former lawyer, right, was introduced to Adrian from Blacksit, formerly Blacksit. It was introduced to Adrian as the general legal counsel, no, the legal counsel to the secretary, legal secretary to the president, Barrow, the president now. And Adrian didn't know him. Someone introduced him to him. And then Adrian introduced Mr. Mboge to Juliet Ryan, which was his wife at that time, right? Now, Juliet, whatever happened, they so in love. They were faking because Juliet was like, oh, I stepped out mentally of that relationship last year. Wait, hold on. But I just saw y'all 4 months ago and y'all sitting outside in front of the house all lovey-dovey. It's fake. These people are fake as F. F-A-F. So then, next thing you know, Juliet Ryan is divorcing Adrian Ryan. And then she uses the same lawyer that her husband introduced her to handle her her divorce. Now, as a lawyer, I would have said, this is a conflict of interest, right? I know you. I know I don't want to do this. But some of these crooked ass lawyers will chase every dollar, won't they? Or every dalasi. That's their money, dalasi. And then Juliet keeps my stuff, my grill, my garbage can, my sheets. But she's telling people, come to Africa. The UK is the dump. Come to the Gambia, is what she's saying. Come to the Gambia. The UK is the dump. I'm an atheist. I go to the Juju man 5 times out the week. I'm drinking this. I'm washing my body with this. And then she wonder why the arm is broke, the hip is broke, this is broke, that's broke. All of this for fame and fortune. These people are diabolical. I have never met so many demons walking the earth in present form in my whole life until I went to the Gambia. I have never. And they talk about Americans. These people are doing the most. The fact that she took me to court, she filed a lawsuit against me for trespassing. Now get this. Blacksit, Blaxit. You'll see this big fat marshmallow brown woman. That's who it is. Juliet Lopez. Used to be Ryan. So because she want to cover her little dirty deeds of sleeping with a young Nigerian boy, she wants to throw me under the bus and say I was having an affair with her husband. I have voice recordings. You want to say that, Juliet? First of all, your husband, I don't even look at as a man. Number one, I don't mess with people's husbands. Maybe that's what you do, but I don't do that. Her husband, if they're doing an interview or just standing beside someone talking, having a conversation, the first thing her husband talks, she's looking at him like, and then he shuts up. Your husband is henpecked. You wear the pants in that relationship. She kicked him out of the house because she wanted to bring her boyfriend in. Her boyfriend's best friend called me and told me everything because her boyfriend got shot in the stomach in Nigeria. So now she started this, like, not GoFundMe, but this whole thing of, oh, Katie needs this. And the money was, when her boyfriend, her Nigerian boyfriend, best friend contacted me, his childhood friend contacted me and said that the brother wanted to talk to me, but he contacted me and told me that the bank account information wasn't even the Nigerian boyfriend's bank account information. So Katie, her Nigerian boy toy, gets shot and she creates an account that's not even his to receive money and donations, and it's not even his bank account. His childhood friend contacted me and was like, this is not even his bank account. I was like, what? What is going on? I don't know how these people live their lives in the West, because they went to Africa just to scam. She kicked Adrian out. She kicked him out the business. She kicked him off the bank account. She took his Benz truck. She was like, that's my Benz truck. She kicked him out the house. What? They're going to get a chapter in my book. What the hell? Now she has this 12-year-old son that she's chasing the Nigerian boy, her husband chasing her, and nobody's paying this little boy any mind, right? So I come back to the house. I got to feed him. I got to help him with his homework. She out there like she doesn't have a 12-year-old son that is on the fence of, how you doing, right? Because he doesn't see a male figure. His uncle is special that chases underage girls in the Gambia. Yes, that's what Juliet and Adrian told me in the beginning. And then the little boy, yo, that bee was like this big. And the little boy is out there making inappropriate jokes. Roaches don't like food, they like cock. That's what he said. I said, tell your daddy that joke. Tell your daddy that joke. He's over there, the erasers, he putting them on pens and pencils, and he's sliding it through, and then he's setting it on fire. What is that? He's not getting any attention. But they want to tell you to come to the Gambia, come to Africa. It's perfect. Adrian won't even pay his son's uh, um, school fees. I'm not giving Juliet any money. I'm like, Adrian, is not about Juliet. It's about your son. You know where he go to school. Why don't you just go to the school and pay his school fees? You don't even have to do anything with her. Your son is not a baby, right? So I'm thinking, he's like, yeah, you're right. Well, I saw him when I was in the Gambia, maybe not this past time, the time before that. And what did he say? Oh, that man want to take my family, then he need to pay for my family. What? That's not a man, my nature. That's not a man. But his first son stopped talking to him. His first son, the whole time he was with Juliet for 12 years, he did not have a relationship with his first son. Why? Because the son said, I'm not talking to you as long as you married to Juliet. So once he wasn't married to Juliet anymore, oh, because now me and my first son, we having a relationship. I said, well, what about your second son? What about him with Juliet? Oh, when he gets older, he'll come around like my first son. I'm like, you are a disgrace as a man. You are a disgrace. And these are the fake ass dudes that's in Africa. And you think you're gonna go and get a husband? Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints and the Mormons. I don't, oh, these people, Jesus help them and help me at the same time. Help them and help me at the same time. Jen, you said you got me watching. You look, it's a damn soap opera. Now everything may look good if you're looking at, sorry, my lips. Let me fix that real quick. You may look at these videos and everything may look awesome, but just keep in mind what I'm saying, and maybe you'll see the truth. Maybe you'll see the truth through it. But these people, it's easier for me to say good things, good things, good things about the Gambia, because that'll bring you there. But then you get there and it's hell. Sorry, guys, I had to mute real quick. Tay Tay, look for a Habitat for Humanity store. They generally have stuff like that for for sale at a huge discounted price. Thank you. Thank you, Unforgivable Sins. Okay, all right, so I read that. Okay. Oh, wait. Okay. You have a good point. In our economy, many of us can't afford the commitment to a child in another country. Denise Ann, yes. And even if it's just 100 and some odd dollars, no, maybe for the year. I don't even think it's 100. First of all, the schools in the Gambia, the government schools, which are the public schools, are free. They're free. The school where the school fees come in is they have to wear uniforms. Um, they need school supplies, book bags, shoes, right? So that's how you sponsor a child. However, when people say they don't have any money, they got iPhones, they wearing their best Sunday outfits on Fridays. People find money for what they want to find money for. Point blank, period. Okay? Um, but then like these people eat out. The child needs transportation fees. Okay, they need transportation fees. Fine. Because sometimes it takes them 2 hours to get to school. Fine. But the gillies and the local taxis are only like $5 or $10. And a lot of the local people, including myself, we will pick up the students. Whichever way we're going, we will pick them up. They get in the car, and there's a lot of hitchhiking going on out there, okay, including myself sometimes. I'm like, I don't have my thumb out, but I'm like, turntable, traffic light. That's what you do. You yell out where you're going, and people will pick you up, right? And sometimes I want to walk, but they'll pick me up because I'm an American and they know I'm not going to rob them. They won't pick up their own people. Sometimes they picked up a dude picked up a female, two females, and the females robbed them. They robbed them. But these are Muslims saying, Alhamdulillah, they robbed them. So now he won't pick up anyone. Now, some people will pick me up because they know I'm not they know I'm not Gambian, right? And then I'll try to give them some money, and they're like, no. God bless you. I'm like, God bless you. So are there some good Gambians? Absolutely. Just like there's some good Black Americans here in America. Just like there's some good Latinos. Just like there are good people everywhere. The unfortunate part is the bad people are overshadowing the good people. So all we see is bad, right? For me, I'm just not trying to find out who's good and who's bad anymore. I don't have time. I'm too old. I don't have the time to waste. So, yes, thank you so much. Okay. Oh, that wasn't a gift. That was just a picture. Thank you. Amen. I have been alone and happy for 30 years. I told you I got a fake husband. Okay. Okay. All right. So let me close this. I have my keys. I need to lock the gate. I'm gonna put the bike back over here so I can sweep. Man, these spiders be just like, yes, I'm going make homes everywhere. Oh God, I gotta cut this part off. Let me show y'all this. I need to cut this part off. Where is it? I don't know how to cut this off though. Right? You see this? And then it does this when I grab it. So but I think if I'm not mistaken, isn't that's part of the brakes, right? So I can't just cut that off, right? Greetings, Judy. Triple anybody same as Neosporin. Look, Judy. So they did leave something very big right here, right? You can see I'm stepping on it, but my shed opens up, so I'm not gonna worry about it. My shed opens up, but is finally gone. And I told him to leave these little pieces so I can go ahead and when I buy my um, fire pit, then I can use those small pieces. Now he put the rocks there. I'm going to make like a little rock formation or something. I don't know. I'm going to do something, but I'm not doing anything until they spray. Once they come and spray. Now he did cut like a hose because they have the irrigation, but he did cut the hose because I was like, is this going to grow back? It was a hose that they have out here. Like in Arizona, they have the irrigation, they have the hose and the water and all this other stuff. It 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 like the sprinkler system, like we saw the other day, right? So they have those, and but he did cut it. It's still there. I'm hoping it doesn't grow back, but we don't know. We don't know. But at least it's done, right? Thank you so much. Okay, so let me go and lock this. Wait, I still didn't move the bike. You see? Okay. All right. Are you? Okay, we're going to sit that there. I might put this plant over here, my aloe vera tree, but I really do need to replant this. Oh, look at that aloe vera. I can't wait to make some conditioner with this aloe vera. Okay. But I really need to replant it because it's too much. Look at it. It's too much. So I need to take some out and I'm probably going to put some in there. Do I have any more flower pots? Oh, Lord, I think maybe I'll put one in here. Oh, crap. I think I threw away a lot of my flower pots. So I need to get that together, take some out, replant them so we have more space. Because right now this thing is about to look like something that I see growing like a feed me, see more, right? Okay, so let's look at, I'll let y'all see this beautiful view. Hear the birds while I go and lock this. But I am happy that this is finally done. Now, okay, where am I going to put this? Let's just put this up against the wall. Once everything is done, now I bought some vegan hot dogs when they gave me some hot dog rolls. I don't like being on camera like that. So I had some vegan hot dogs. I ate the vegan hot dogs, y'all. I was waiting. I was like, ooh, oh Lord, I left the pool out here. I got to give this away. Shoot, now it won't sit up here. So I used to have it up here. Well, I'm still gonna sit it up there. Okay. It's just that I have more stuff here. So here it is. So that's where it was, but it just kind of went down further. And I even had the bike back there, right? But because I have this wood there, I just left that there. Now I could probably buy something like Unforgivable Sin said from Habitat for Humanity, put it on the wall, and then that can hold all the wood, but that's not a priority right now. That is not a priority right now. So the priority is the tree is done, they spray out here, and then the next thing I can do is put my tent out and start. Definitely put the tent out because that way, if I want to sit out in the yard in the back, oh man, that would have sucked if I didn't have my keys. I would have had to jump the wall. Okay, so put the tent out, and that way I can sit in my backyard. I can, if I want to work out in the backyard, I won't be in the hot sun, right? Which I like the sun, but sometimes the sun is unforgiving out this piece. Okay, the African sun is just like this this sun. The what is this? Arizona sun. It is unforgiving. It is relentless. It is disrespectful at times. But at least this didn't take 3 hours. He got here a little after 7. So I'm okay with that. And like I said, what I'm going to do is this evening, we're going to be live and on location for Friday Night Frights. But I'm excited. I want to see what's going to happen for in regards to my complaint for the lawyer. I want to see what's going to happen, because real talk, there shouldn't be any reason why. Yes, no, I know what you meant about the blower. I do. I know what you meant. To go to Habitat for Humanity and they may have them on sale. Yes. I was just saying that Habitat for Humanity may have like a little stand where I could put the wood, and that way I could stick the bike through there until I get ready to raffle that bike off. I don't know if I want to raffle it off or if I want to keep it. What am I doing here? I don't think I should do this out here. It's going to get dirty. Okay. Is it in? I think it's in. All right. So now I have to. Is this where the screw goes? Oh, this is easy. Why did I think that this was going to be a whole big thing? Okay. I put it in, and now I just have to screw it. Yes. When I have to do things like this, this is the time I'm like, man, I wish I had a dude. So now I get to steam my floors. This has the little thing on the side where I can put the air freshener thing in here. I'm loving my house. And I'm loving that it's small, because shoot, last night, what was I doing? Cleaning the bathroom. And then what was I doing? Cleaning the baseboard. I'm like, imagine if I had a 4 bedroom house, right? Like, poor thing. My friend, the one that I told you that's in Ghana, that's building a house, and like, oh, I'm gonna raffle the house off. I'm like, why put all this money into a house that you're gonna raffle off? But I was telling her about someone in the Gambia was telling me about the solar panels, right? And how they came back to America and they bought, I think, 2 solar generators. So they have light all the time. The fact that there are some people that have light sometime and don't have light other times in Africa, that's not safe. That's not safe. So I was telling the woman, and the woman in the Gambia was like, well, give her my number, and I'll talk to her, I'll tell her. And I'm like, I don't even care. Right. I'm like, I don't even care. It ain't me. I ain't over there. I didn't buy land. I'm not building. I'm good. So, and they complain every time they go back. Oh, the internet. Oh, the lights. Oh, this. I think I just saw a video. She was in the truck because the lights went out. But she said she was only going to buy 1 generator. And I'm like, well, 1 generator is not big enough for a 6 bedroom house. Oh, we're only going to light up the part that we're living in. Why live like that? Why? That doesn't make any sense. So the only area that you and your family are living in is the area that's going to be lit up. I don't understand some of my older Black women that have money. I don't. I'm totally confused. I really am. This world. So, but I don't even know. I don't even understand why she's still there. Because all she does is complain. She's in the supermarket. Look, they got this. Look at the bugs and the noodles. Look, I'm just like, what the F is going on here? What is actually happening here? All right, so where am I going to put this? I'm going to put this on the couch since it's still brand new and clean. I'm going to put this on the couch until I find out. I think I'm going to keep the bottom like this. I'm going to keep this and put this on the bottom until I use it. And then once I use it, I'm going to take all of the washcloths. I'm going to go to Walmart and purchase some more of these. I think they have like the replacement ones, so I want to make sure I have more of these. And this is all Stella stuff. And this is what I was talking about that goes on the side. And it just scents the whole, makes the house smell good as you are steaming, even though I love, love, love my things that I have, the plug-in things. So yes, you see my TV is on these boxes. It looks ghetto, right? Well, let me tell you why. Jaime came over to put all the TVs on the wall. I bought the brackets. When I bought this TV from an estate sale for like $25, $30, what I didn't know is one of the holes in the back is stripped. So I can never put this TV on the wall. I'm like, so either I have to sell this TV and buy a new TV and then buy a bracket, or buy a stand. I said, you know what? I don't really let anyone in my home anyway, except for y'all on. I don't give a damn. I don't care. I'm so mad. So my handyman said, well, just buy a TV stand and just put it on the floor. Put it on the stand. I'm like, no. This house is a beautiful house, but it's a 1-bedroom house, and it's small. It's too small for all the stuff that I have. Right? So this is why I have my shed, and this is why I have my she shed and all this other stuff. If I keep this on the floor, then that takes away space that I want to put on the floor. I have all of my workout stuff, my weights, my mats, my roller. Lord, that's what I need to do. I forgot the roll. I want to put those down here in front of the TV. TV on the wall, workout stuff is here, good to go. But because and I just emailed the guy. I said, hey, so-and-so and so-and-so, I bought a while ago. I'm not complaining. I just want you to know, right, in the future that, because there's nothing that I could have thought of. What I wanted to make sure the TV worked. The TV works. Now, I didn't think to let me check the back, see if the hole is stripped. That's just like when I moved here to Complex, I'm like, these windows don't open? They're like, no. So when I talk about cross breeze, you just ignored me. That didn't click that I was talking about cross breeze. And I'm like, oh yeah, I can open the windows in the living room. Not one time did she say, oh, the living room windows don't open. Now someone said, oh, you should have asked. Who the thinks? Let me ask them if the window's open. Wouldn't you think that a damn window opens? Unless you in Vegas, I wouldn't have known to ask that question. Just like I would not have known to ask, is the holes on the back of the TV stripped? No, I wouldn't have known to ask that. So, and it's a nice TV, a nice Samsung TV, but I can never put it on the wall. And I'm like, great. I told y'all, I'm the 1%, not the rich 1%. I'm the 1% where all the crazy SHIT stuff happens to me. And I'm like, really? God says, put it in your book. Just put it in your book. Velvet Noble for essential oils. So I make natural products for hair and skin. So I have a lot of essential oils. But I like the plugins. I have different scents in different rooms, and I love walking into the house and smelling it. I love it. My essential oils, I keep those for my products. As a matter of fact, I need to make some body butter. Windows not opening should be against fire code. It's crazy, right? I have so many different smell goods. I love candles. I have the tea tree things. So I have a lot of those. But I don't understand. My window, it doesn't open. It doesn't open. And I'm looking at her and I'm like, hey, when we walked through and I saw the house and saw this, and why would I think, oh, let me ask her if these windows open? I don't even think that should even have, I wouldn't have never thought about that. I wouldn't have ever thought about asking, do these windows open? I would think that all the windows open, but maybe I was wrong. But all right, guys, it's been 2 hours. I have to get some things done. So I'm not going to hop on right now to watch the Savannah Guthrie two updated interviews. Honestly, I think that there are going to be way more interviews because that one interview that they did, they're just chopping it up. I guarantee that interview is like an hour long. They're just chopping it up. Velvet Noble essential oils are not for warmers versus using wax melts. They have sprays and powders too. Okay. Unforgivable sins. You know I'm poor. You keep telling me to buy stuff. You know I'm poor. I'm just joking. I'm just joking. Where's my water? But I will check it out. Velvet Noble. I'll check it out. But I don't need any more I don't need any more scents and stuff. But I will check it out just to see what they have. But I'm going to set up the live. Oh my God. I love water. I can marry water. I am going to set up the live. I think we're going to do it at 5 o'clock when the sun is kind of going down. But I'm going to set up the live. We will be live, boots on the ground, on location for Friday Night Frights in honor of Nancy Guthrie. Still, we're not searching for her, but we are still keeping, like many of the other people, we're just keeping the news, keeping her name in the news so people don't forget. But ooh, you can also earn free stuff. That's what I like. Okay, I'll see you all soon. Thanks for watching. And yes, the tree stump is finally dafaje. It's finished. It's gone. See you soon. Thank you so much, Unforgivable Sins, for moderating. And thank you for everyone who hopped in. Talk to you soon.